let's talk about kind of your Reinvention Board and your concept of portfolio careers that you shared with me. That was very interesting. So can you share with us, the idea of portfolio career? Tell us about that.
It's interesting that I'm saying this because I'm literally going against my own thinking that I've had for years. But let me just say, change or die, basically. So this is what our world has been. Our world is very different now than it was when I first started my business, obviously. I've always been of the belief that you pick your lane and you stay. You can't chase two rabbits. Like, that's really where I always, don't get sidetracked by bright, shiny penny object syndrome. But today, we have many, 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 many thousands of people who have full-time jobs, who have side gigs, side hustles. They have to in order to financially survive. But then there's another piece of it, that when people decide to change their careers, they really have sort of different ideas about what they would love to do. And, we have different facets to ourselves. Like, I have a whole art side to myself and I have a whole business side to myself. And I love both of them. I really want to do both. Can I have both? Can I do two things? The answer is today we can. We have the ability today, but many people really are building different revenue streams. And I think that's just like you have a diversified portfolio in your investments. It's the same thing. Yes, today a portfolio career means that you can have more, you're doing more than one thing, provided that you're setting yourself up properly, operationally, time-wise, and that you have the right structure and the right concept, and you vetted both ideas or three ideas, whatever they are. So portfolio careers, I think, are becoming common. People are starting, most people don't know what the word means yet, but I think it's going to come pretty mainstream. It will evolve, but I think that more and more, especially in the younger generations like millennials, they're accepting a portfolio career because they know for a fact that they're not going to have a 40-year career in one company, in a job.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
My son is a double major, and it's like, it was just natural for him to like pick two things. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, we were like one major, and he's like, no, I'm going to do journalism and film. I was like, oh, okay.
You're going to do journalism and what else?
Film, cinema.
Love it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they think naturally like this. Gen X is really in an interesting point because this is showing up generationally. There are some differences in reinvention. So millennials they're accepting reinvention over the course of their careers as a natural course of things to happen. They know they're going to reinvent themselves several times. If you're on Reddit or if you're on Substack, you read about this all the time. It's part of their lexicon, is part of their thinking. Gen X is interesting in that, they followed the rules, but they are in their 40s and early 50s, and companies are letting them go. They never expected that. They were, not trained for that. Also have many years ahead of them to finish, to have a career left. So they need and want to be vital and to be productive and to be earning. So they are, that kind of reinvention is critical for them. And also at that time, their children are growing up ready to go to college. They need to fund all of this. So they're making decisions based on a lot of influential factors there. But the people who are in their 60s, who are sort of riding out the rest of their career, their reinvention feels different for them. Some of them have money to choose. It can take their time. They don't really care so much about building their empire anymore. They're choosing from more of a passion, more of a, but each generation has their different viewpoints about career. I just think reinvention is part of what's going on in our entire business and for people today. I mean, just so many different ways to cut the cake.